I froze in the doorway, the world narrowing to a pinpoint as I watched Marcus's manicured hand vanish beneath the hem of Elena's silk skirt. The office party hummed around us, clinking glasses, muffled laughter, the sharp tang of spilled champagne. But in that instant, it all blurred into white noise. "Leave," he growled, his voice low and possessive, eyes locking onto mine with a predatory gleam. "She's mine now, or face the consequences." Elena's face flushed crimson, her hand trembling as it hovered near his wrist, not pushing him away. My heart slammed against my ribs like a trapped animal, each beat echoing the betrayal unfolding before me. How had we gotten here? Elena and I had built our life on quiet promises. Lazy Sundays in our cramped apartment, her laughter filling the spaces where doubt tried to creep in. But lately, the cracks had shown. She'd come home late from work, her perfume laced with an unfamiliar musk, her phone buzzing with messages she'd dismiss as just Marcus checking in. I'd rationalized it all. The promotion she deserved, the demanding boss who saw her potential. Denial was my shield, love my blindfold. The party was at the firm's rooftop lounge, strings of fairy lights casting a deceptive glow over the city skyline. The air was thick with humidity, sticking to my skin like unspoken secrets. I clutched my drink, the ice melting into watered-down scotch, as I replayed the evening in my mind. Elena had insisted I come, her eyes pleading over breakfast that morning. "It'll be fun, David. Show them you're supportive." Supportive. The word now tasted like ash. I'd arrived fashionably late, weaving through clusters of suited executives, scanning for her familiar cascade of dark hair. There she was, cornered by the bar with Marcus towering over her. He was the archetype of corporate alpha, broad shoulders straining his tailored suit, a smile that could seal deals or shatter lives. I'd met him once before, at a company picnic where he'd clapped me on the back too hard, his grip lingering as if sizing me up. "Elena's a star," he'd said then, his eyes flicking to her with something more than professional pride. I laughed it off, but now that memory gnawed at me. As his hand lingered under her skirt, Elena's eyes met mine across the room. Panic flashed there, mingled with something darker. Guilt? Desire? She whispered something to him, her lips barely moving, and he chuckled, withdrawing his hand with deliberate slowness, as if savoring the power. The crowd parted slightly, oblivious, but I felt exposed, raw, like a nerve laid bare. Anger surged through me, hot and unbidden, but confusion tempered it. Was this the first time? Or just the first I'd seen? I stepped forward, my legs heavy as lead, the rooftop tiles slick under my shoes from earlier rain. "Elena," my voice cracked, barely audible over the jazz band in the corner. She straightened, smoothing her skirt with shaking hands, her diamond earrings, my anniversary gift, catching the light like accusations. "David," "Honey, it's not," she started, but Marcus cut her off, his arms snaking around her waist possessively. "Not what it looks like," he mocked, his breath reeking of bourbon. "Come on, man. You've seen the signs. Late nights, the overtime projects. She's outgrown you." His words landed like punches, each one cracking the facade I'd built. Outgrown me? Elena, with her quiet ambition, had always said we were a team. But doubt wormed in. The way she'd started dressing sharper, the gym membership she claimed was for health, the text she'd hide with a guilty smile. I wanted to lunge at him, to feel his smug face crumple under my fist, but fear held me back. Moral conflict twisted inside me. Punch him and lose everything? Elena's job, our stability, the life we'd scraped together after years of struggle. And deeper, the terror. What if she wanted this? What if my love had become a cage and Marcus the key? Elena pulled away from him slightly, her eyes pleading with me. "David, let's go home. Please." Her voice trembled, revealing layers I'd ignored. The exhaustion in her posture, the faint bruises of stress under her makeup. Was she a victim here, coerced by his power? Or complicit, drawn to his confidence where mine faltered? We'd met in college, two dreamers against the world. I was the steady one, the accountant who balanced books and emotions. She was the spark, climbing the marketing ladder with fierce determination. Lately, though, her spark had dimmed at home, igniting only in stories of work triumphs, always featuring Marcus. He's brilliant, David. Pushes me to be better. I nodded, swallowing jealousy like bitter medicine, rationalizing it as pride in her success. Now, as the party swirled on, I grabbed her arm gently, pulling her toward the exit. Marcus smirked, calling after us. Think about it, Elena. You know where to find me. The elevator ride down was suffocating, the mirrored walls reflecting our fractured images. Silence stretched between us, broken only by the hum of descent. In the car, rain pattering on the windshield like unspoken regrets, the dam broke. How long? I demanded, my voice raw, hands gripping the wheel until my knuckles whitened. She stared out the window, tears streaking her cheeks. It started innocently. Dinners after deadlines. He listened, David. Really listened. Guilt laced her words, but so did defiance. You were always so content. I needed more. Heartbreak clawed at my chest, a visceral ache that made breathing hard. Confusion swirled. Love for her warred with rage at the betrayal. Denial whispered lies. Maybe it was just emotional, not physical. But the image of his hand replayed, shattering that illusion. We argued through the night, voices rising and falling in our dimly lit living room. The scent of her vanilla candle mocking the sweetness we'd lost. She confessed fragments, stolen kisses in the office, promises of a future unburdened by my mediocrity. Yet, she swore she loved me, her words tangled in apologies and justifications. He's manipulative but exciting. I was weak. Anger gave way to shattered trust, each revelation a shard embedding deeper. I paced, mind racing with moral quandaries, forgive and rebuild, or walk away and face the void. Her motivations unfolded, ambition twisted by his influence, loneliness in our routine life. Marcus wasn't just a villain. He was a mirror to my complacency. As dawn crept in, painting the room in gray hues, Elena reached for my hand. I ended it tonight. Before you saw, I choose us. Relief flooded me, mingled with suspicion. Was this truth or survival? Then the twist hit like a thunderclap. My phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. A photo, Elena and Marcus, entangled in his office, time-stamped weeks ago. But the sender's note, she's playing you both. Check her emails. I confronted her, heart pounding. Her face crumpled. It was revenge, she whispered. He promoted me over his mistress. I used him to climb, then planned to expose him. But feelings got complicated. Moral grayness engulfed us. She wasn't the innocent betrayed, nor the heartless cheater. She was ambitious, flawed, human. In that moment, trust evaporated completely. I walked out into the rain, leaving her sobbing, the door clicking shut like a final betrayal. The city awoke around me, indifferent, as I wandered, numb yet alive with unresolved pain. Was redemption possible, or had we both become strangers? The question lingered, a haunting echo in the downpour.